What's up, everybody? So, as usual, around November time, I run it back every year. Do my top 100 cards in my collection. I'm always like fascinated. I've always been fascinated about like the values of cards and how they go up and down the lists. And it's always fun to show off the best cards in my collection. Basically, as I point out every year, the way that I do this is totally based on value, or what my perceived value of the card is, from number 100 to number one. I get my list based on VCP, vintage card prices. I have all my cards cataloged in VCP.com, so it's pretty easy. And I usually take the latest sale. So basically, I'm looking, and a lot of times if I'm looking at and you guys I'll talk about the rank of where it is this year versus 2024. So it's basically a sale from 2025 in November 2025 versus a sale from November 2024. And not a perfect way, but if there is a sale that doesn't make sense, I will look at like average prices and things like that to make sure that it makes sense, because there are sometimes some rogue sales. So I do my best to kind of like, if a sale doesn't make sense, I will look at like an average price or something like that. So without further ado, so the honorable mentions are in the background, starting with the Barry Bonds at 105, which, by the way, so Barry Bonds cards are way, way up. This card, I had this ranked at 140th last year, and it's all the way up to 105. It's up 35 spots this year. Then we got the Tom Morgan, 52 Topps Tom Morgan, the Shohei Ohtani BBM card, the Japanese card, which actually is not up or down. I think it was in my honorable mention last year. The 64 Topps Mickey Mantle, and the 1970 Nolan Ryan. At number 100, and by the way, we're going to go through 100 to 51 in this video, and then of course do 50 to number one, just to give you guys an idea. So this, as I think I've mentioned, and many people have mentioned, card market is way up in 2025. It's crazy. Like this card, just to give you an example, this card sold for 400 in a PSA 8, the Eddie Matthews in a PSA 8, 56 Topps, sold for $470 last year, November 2024. The latest sale was $700. So that is a 49% increase on this card. And then and what's crazy about that, you would think if a card is up 49% in terms of value, that it would be way up in my rankings, but it's actually didn't go up, and it was number 100 last year, and it's number 100 this year, just to give you guys an idea of how well the baseball card market is doing. And if you guys have heard a lot of influencers talk about like the card market crashing, what they're referring to, what their stupidity is referring to, is that there will be an adjustment, right? Like it can't continue to, like cards can't continue to go up 48% every year. That's just not, it's not feasible. It's not possible. So there will be an adjustment. Obviously there won't be a crash. That definitely won't happen. But I could see like there being a pullback, like just like the stock market, right? If prices go way up, eventually there's a pullback, and then, cards will go back up again. So I could see there being an adjustment, but we'll see. At number 99 is the Aussie Shrek T206, down 7 spots from last year. At number 98, here is a really interesting card. So this is a card really awesome to be on this list, because it is actually a card from my childhood collection. I got this graded a couple of years ago, was in my childhood collection, came back as a PSA 10, and now I don't know. Again, I don't know if these are rogue sales, or if people think that Bonds is going to get into the Hall of Fame soon, which I don't think that's happening anytime soon. But this card is up. I have this card up 41 spots from last year. So similar to the Topps traded Barry Bonds in a PSA 10, the Fleer update rookie Barry Bonds is way up this over just the last couple of weeks, actually, if you look at recent prices for whatever reason. At number 97, it might be kind of an odd, for this card to hit my top 100, Probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but again, I'm purely basing on, previous sales, and this card actually cracks the top 100. Number 97, JJ Wetherholt Refractor, number to 499, number one of 499, and Pack pulled this recently, and it came back as a PSA 10. At number 96 is the Bryce Harper Gold card. This card is down 20 spots from last year, so Harper with a little bit of a disappointing year this year. Card is down 20 spots from number 76 last year to number 96 on the Bryce Harper Gold. Sooner or later, this card will come off the list, and you guys will probably stop seeing it. The Mickey Mouse Walt Disney. I think it's a really cool card. 1931. Mickey Mouse's, I think, first baseball card, and the fact that it's has Walt Disney on there, and it's from 1931 in a PSA 6. I think it's really cool, but unfortunately for this card, it is down 15 spots from last year to number 95. Of course, what list is complete without the Billy Ripken FF Error? And this card is actually up 10 spots. This card is up 81% from last year. If you look at pure value, so this card is way up. The Billy Ripken FF Error. I think I might have mentioned this in a previous video as one of the cards that's way up over the last couple of years. So no surprise, up to 94. This was an honorable mention last year and cracks the top 100 this year. Next up is going to be the 34 Diamond Stars Jimmy Fox. This card is down 33 spots from last year. This is, the problem, I guess, with my system is all it takes is one sort of rogue sale one way or the other. All it takes is one, huge sale, somebody overpaying for an SGC 5 Jimmy Fox. How many of those actually sell? All it takes is one sale that's way too much, and then one sale that's, an adjustment, or it could be just a 5 that looks like crap, that, for whatever reason doesn't sell for as much, or vice versa. All right, next up, we at number, I think, 92 is the 1966 Topps Willie Mays. This card is down 21 spots to 92. It was number 71 last year. And then at number 91 is the Roberto Clemente 56 Topps, down 4 spots, down from 87 to 91. But again, the fascinating thing about this is this card, I actually have this card up 40% in value over a 1-year stretch. So even though it's up 40%, it is actually down a couple of spots to number 91. All right, let me grab the next group of cards here. All right, on to number 90, which is going to be the minor league Don Mattingly Nashville Sounds team issue in a PSA 10. This card is down 6 spots from last year. Very cool minor league card of Don Mattingly. Woo! Ric Flair at number 89, down 25 spots from last year. Very cool card of my man Ric Flair. Still going. All right, at number 88 is the 84 Fleer Don Mattingly. Once again, Mattingly on another one of those ballots to see if he can get into the Hall of Fame. He was on the ESPN.com was talking about, here are some of the people that are on that era ballot, and they made a lot of arguments for Mattingly getting to the Hall of Fame, and then for some reason, the author on ESPN voted for Dale Murphy after all these amazing accomplishments. At number 87 is Willie Keeler, T206 Willie Keeler in a 3.5. At number 86 is the 87 Topps Tiffany Bo Jackson Future Stars in a PSA 10. By the way, you can easily tell if it's not a traded card. It's easy to tell Tiffany because it looks like a traded card on the back. Really awesome 1987 Topps Bo Jackson. At number 85 is going to be the Mike Schmidt rookie in a BVG 8. One of these days I'll have to see if I can get it out of this BVG holder and get it into an SGC or PSA holder. Next up is a really cool card. I think it's my oldest card in my collection, the 1878 Huntley Palmer's sports card. And I always say it kind of looks like almost like they're playing cricket in this card, but one of the first baseball cards ever. Huntley and Palmer's Biscuits card. And you can see the back here. Very, very cool card. Next up is going to be the Bob Gibson rookie card. And what are we at? We're at 83 on this. The Pepto-Bismol card. The 59 Topps Bob Gibson in a PSA 6. Really awesome card. To have this at 80, what are we at? 83 is crazy to me. 82, I think I mentioned this, I don't know, this is getting a lot of attention on my channel for some reason. The C3PO Anthony Daniels card at 82. At 81, to no surprise, Ohtani cards are way up. I definitely am regretting not picking up more Ohtani cards when I had the chance. This is a card that I did pick up though, short print card, by the way, that I picked up for $200 at one point. This card is up 183% from last year and went from 116th in my rankings last year to 81. The Shohei Ohtani warm-up short print from 2018 Topps Update. All right, next group of cards, moving right along here to number 80. The other MVP from the American League, Aaron Judge. This card was at number 97 last year and is at number 80 this year. This card, in terms of value, is up 127%. Just a beautiful card that I got for my birthday one year, actually. Thanks to my buddies all pitching in. Card that's way up that I've mentioned in another video at number 79 is the 87 Topps Tiffany Greg Maddux in a PSA 10. At number 78 is the Satchel Paige, down 3 spots to number 78, the BVG Satchel Paige. Next up is going to be the Walter Payton rookie card, down 4 spots. In a PSA 8, by the way. It's pretty awesome. Beautiful, beautiful card. Walter Payton football card. And then back-to-back non-baseball cards with the Walter Payton and the Lou Alcindor. The Lou Alcindor's down 10 spots. Continues to go down year after year. Lou Alcindor, although it's up 15%. So it's up 15% from last year. So I'm happy about that. The 1969 Topps Lou Alcindor. Next up is I have a lot of these sort of, PSA 5, PSA 6, beautiful T206 cards. The Ossie Schreck made the cut and the Frank Oberlin made the cut, but there are a ton of cards, the T206 cards that didn't make the cut. I think the main reason why they didn't make the cut is because, if there wasn't a sale, if there wasn't a PSA 6, T206, Piedmont and there wasn't a sale this year, then obviously the card's not going to go up in value. So the Frank Oberlin did have a sale, and it cuts in at number 75. At number 74 is this beautiful 1960 Topps, 67 Topps Mickey Mantle, one of my pickups from this year, actually. And it falls in at number 74. So obviously was not ranked last year because I didn't own it last year. Next up is at number 73 is going to be one of the iconic cards in all sports cards, the Larry Bird, Julius Erving, Magic Johnson card. At number 73, down 6 spots, but again, up in value 25% from last year. At number 72 is going to be the Sandy Koufax rookie in a 3.5. And then at number 71 is going to be the Rube Waddell in a PSA 4. I have it at the exact same price as last year, which cost this card 15 spots. It's down from number 56 last year to number 71 this year. All right, down to number 70. We got 20 cards left here. We got Dave Winfield's rookie, the 1974 Topps Dave Winfield, down 9 spots from number 61 to number 70. Again, up 15% from last year, but that will cost it. Wayne Gretzky rookie is up 32%, but it is down 4 spots from number 65 to number 69. Of course, part of the reason why these cards go down the ranking is because I'm adding to my collection. So that also will, even if it goes up in value, I'm constantly trying to add to my collection, especially my top 100, which is why cards might fall down the list, even if they go up in value. 2013, and this is another reason why cards are falling down the list. I got a lot of Aaron Judge in my collection, fortunately. His third MVP, 2013 Bowman Sterling. This card is up 2 spots. It's up 55% from last year. It went from number 70 to number 68, so it's actually up 2 spots. Very rare, up 2 spots. Cy Young card, down 4 spots to number 67 from number 63 from the previous year. And of course, has that paper loss on the back, but absolutely beautiful SGC1. Another really awesome card. Like if you're looking for a somewhat affordable Babe Ruth card from the 30s. This is a fantastic card to get. The Sinella Margarine Babe Ruth. This card in a PSA 5 is actually up 3 spots, up 62% from last year. So again, fantastic year. I mean, especially if, regardless of what you collect from a sports card perspective, cards did very well this year. This card, the Pete Rose rookie, is down 10 spots from number 55 last year to number 65. The Hassan Cigarettes, such a cool card. Ty Cobb sliding into home. Love this card. It's almost like 3 cards in one. This card is down 14 spots from number 50 last year. It made my top 50 last year, down to 64. The 84 Fleer update, Roger Clemens in a PSA 10. Such an awesome, like if you grew up in the 80s like I did, you probably really wanted this card growing up and was able a couple of years ago to finally get it in a PSA 10. This card is, down 4 spots from number 59 to number 63. Another beautiful Mickey Mantle card that I picked up last year. This card is down from number 52 to number 62, down 10 spots. The 62 Topps Mickey Mantle, and look at that card, and an SGC 7. Cassius Clay, I don't know why, but this card just has not done well for me. It is now down to number 61. It was at 51 down to 61. I'm pretty sure I had this as like a top 20 or 30 card at one point, but it just hasn't done particularly well in terms of value. The Muhammad Ali, although I feel like this card looks a lot better than a 3. Let me know if you guys agree. I have considered getting this, regraded, which I'm not usually a big fan of, but I mean, it feels like it's so undergraded, this Cassius Clay. So I don't know why it's a PSA 3, but whatever. All right, and then the last, at least for this video, at number 60, Frank Hogan. For whatever, and again, this is what I was talking about with the Rogue sales. So this card is up 189% in value just based on the previous sale. It is up 25 spots from last year. From number 85 to number 60. So for whatever reason, this card is up 25 spots from last year, the 34 Gaudy Frank Hogan. At number 59 is going to be the 93 Topps Gold Derek Jeter in a PSA 10. And this is up 3 spots from last year, actually. It's actually up from number 62 to number 59. Next up, the Luke Skywalker. This is a card that is also way up for whatever reason. This card specifically, there's another Luke Skywalker card that's coming up very soon that I paid way more for that they're almost like at the same price, which is kind of annoying. But this card is way up. This Star Wars Luke Skywalker card is actually, let's see, this card is up 16 spots from number 74 last year to number 58. In terms of value, it is up 125% from last year. So doing really well there. Next card, beautiful, beautiful card. Harmon Killebrew, Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle, 1968 Topps in a PSA 9, by the way. This card is down 4 spots from ranked number 53 in my collection to number 57. Hulk Hogan, who unfortunately recently passed away this year, 82 Wrestling Hulk Hogan in a PSA 6. Is only up 2 spots this year, up 45%, but what was number 58 last year and number 56 this year. And here's that other Luke Skywalker card that I was talking about. Paid way more for this card than I did the other Luke Skywalker card, but only a couple spots ahead of the other Luke Skywalker. This card is down 12 spots from last year. It was a top 50 card in my collection. I think it's my highest PSA 10 in my entire collection. Like, it's a 1977 card in a PSA 10. And it's a Luke Skywalker's first ever card. For whatever reason, collectors just haven't gotten into it. I thought it was going to be a really cool card because of the black borders. That it'd be a very highly collectible PSA 10, but I was wrong. Down 12 spots from number 43 to number 55. Card that I picked up last year, Rogers Hornsby, or maybe it might be this year actually, earlier this year, 33 Gowdy, Rogers Hornsby, and a PSA 6. Look at this card, is incredible. Condition on it is flawless. PSA 6. I have this card. Let's see, Rogers. Okay, I think this was a pickup from last year. Yeah, this was at number 42 last year to number 54 last year. So it's down 12 spots. Was in the top 50 last year, but did not crack it. This year, Mega Box Ohtani. Everything Ohtani, as you guys know, is way up. I used to own 2 of these cards. Gave one of them away in an epic giveaway. This card is up 4 spots from last year. Maybe you might think it actually might be up more, but it's not. Up 4 spots from last year, up 63% in value from last year, but up 4 spots from number 57 to number 53. Final 2 cards for this video. Number 52, another card that was a big loss for me in terms of value. Card's way down compared to what I bought it at the height, like the COVID height, and now has dropped out of my top 50 to number 52. It was at 44 last year, down 8 spots. It is up 14% from last year, but that will get it down 8 spots from number 44 to number 52. And then finally, at number 51, pretty awesome to have a Roberto Clemente in a beautiful PSA 3.5, not even make the top 50. At number 51, down 10 spots from last year, up 2% in value, so not much difference in value, but down 10 spots. The Roberto Clemente, beautiful centering, by the way, down 10 spots to number 51. And that wraps up our number 100 to number 51. Tomorrow night, I will be posting number 50 to number 1. And like I said, I love doing this video, guys. Even if nobody watches it, it's just fun for me to do. I just love going through my top cards every year. So let me know your thoughts. Just continuing to add to the collection. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you later. Peace.